haven't done a video from my truck for a while, so I thought I would do that today and actually participate in Tag Tuesday. I was tagged to do the BookTube Oldie Tag by Gareth, a wonderful channel, books, songs, and other magic. Gareth is just a great person, a great booktuber, and I saw the tag. I thought, you know, I'm gonna do a tag. I don't do that many anymore, but this one seemed pretty good, and really, I think maybe it's kind of intended a way to reintroduce myself to BookTube audience. So before we go any further, I'm just going to tell you, I promise that I will only read questions off my phone when my car is at a stop. I have a couple errands to run. I need to return a library book, and I'm going to the grocery store to get dinner and a few other things for today before I go out of town tomorrow. So while you're watching this, I'll actually be driving to my mom's house. So the first question is more or less, when did you get on BookTube? When did you start BookTube? And for me, I started in, I think, the summer of 2019. If I'm not mistaken, it was June of 2019. I had just, I don't even know how, discovered that this thing called BookTube existed. And I've heard many other people say that when they first started BookTube, they thought it was actually, you know, kind of like a separate platform from YouTube, and not just, you know, a loosely affiliated group of channels on BookTube. That was true for me as well. So I tried to figure out, you know, where I could get on BookTube. I was already on YouTube, as I've said about 1,000 times. I'm sure if you've been on my channel for a while, you're tired of hearing me say it. I started off on YouTube with a fishing channel, a bass fishing channel, and I know if you don't fish, or if your experience of fishing is limited to one kind of fishing, you may think how boring to watch people sit and fish. But bass fishing is more like fly fishing. It's more active. You're up, you're making lots of casts, and that's actually where I started off. So when I found BookTube, you know, arrogantly, I assumed I could make BookTube videos because I was already making fishing videos. And so once I found it and kind of got a feel for some of the channels, found channels talking about books that, you know, I was interested in, I started making videos pretty quickly after that. So question number 2 is, what was your biggest misconception when starting a BookTube channel? And that's probably that I had read widely and was, you know, a serious reader. I was quite the book snob before I got on BookTube, and if it seems like I'm always talking about diverse reading and all these kinds of things on my channel, it's because in some ways I'm like a born-again reader, and we all know that, you know, born-again people who are a lot more enthusiastic about their newfound faith or lifestyle than people who've been in it for a while. So my misconception was that I had read enough, and that what I read was, you know, the best kind of books, and that was just completely untrue. And, you know, thanks to BookTube, I've hopefully changed that, and I'm still in the process of changing that.
I'm afraid that's beyond my abilities.
Nobody asked you. Well, you know it on a day when I want to film in my truck to kind of like do two things at once, and I promised to only look at my phone when I came to a full stop. I'm making every single light in town. So you may end up seeing me a lot at the grocery store if I don't catch a few red lights. So question number 3 is, how do you think BookTube has changed since you started? What I would say is, I think that, you know, I'm not trying to find anything good in the global pandemic, but if anything, I think that has really increased the number of people making book content and who have BookTube channels, which I think is great, and the number of people watching it. You know, I think during lockdown in particular, there was a lot of people turned to YouTube to have some kind of, you know, social interaction with the world, or to be able to talk about something, or to pursue an interest. And I think that benefited BookTube, and I think that's great. The more booktubers there are, the more people whose channels that I have to watch. Okay, so I'm at the library now at the book return, drive-up book return, and so I'm going to get out and put this book in the slot, and I'm going to look at question number 4. I wish my memory was good enough that I could remember more than one question at a time. That would make this easier. So question number 4 is, what is my favorite BookTube memory? You know, I think a lot of it has to do with first, and I'm not sure I would include any of these as first, but I was lucky enough to kind of get a boost from some booktubers who shouted out my channel when I was still really small, and that was really nice. I've had the opportunity to make friends on BookTube, which has been really great, and I've had opportunity to do buddy reads with lots of people, and those have been great, and I really enjoy that process. So that would probably be, you know, what I would call my favorite BookTube memories. And then I did look before I got back, or when I was sitting in the library. Question number 5 is, what books has BookTube introduced you to? And essentially, I would say any book that has been in my top 10 list of books since I've been on BookTube, I was introduced to because of BookTube. Question 6 is, what's something that frustrates you about BookTube? And I don't want to open up a whole can of worms here, but I think there is still some judginess that goes on with BookTube. I watch a lot of BookTube newbie tags, and I watch a few really big BookTube channels. Jack Edwards, I watch his channel when the topic of his video is something that interests me. And I think a lot of people see these big booktubers, oftentimes, unlike Jack Edwards, they're young women who've been really successful on YouTube, and you know, they have beautiful shelves, and they read Sarah J. Maas or Colleen Hoover or whatever, and they have, you know, twinkle lights, and the aesthetics of their channel are beautiful, and people assume that those people, particularly with the young women, that those young women don't actually read books, and that they aren't serious readers. That frustrates me, because I think, you know, while I can't promise you those people are whatever the term serious reader is supposed to mean, either way, that term is inherently snobby. It's decided to rain, by the way. Whatever that term means, you can't tell from the aesthetics of someone's channel. You think you can, but you're just judging them, you know, based on how much attention they pay to the look of their channel. And I got to be honest with you, you know, those aesthetic choices that young people are making are on BookTube, or younger people are making on BookTube, are no different than aesthetic choices young people have always made throughout history, from flappers to beatniks to hippies to punks to, I don't know, skaters to grunge to goth, whatever you want to call it. Those aesthetic choices they're making are, you know, something that has pretty much happened since there's been popular culture, and it's just that they're on a platform where you can see them all around the world, and so to a certain extent there is more pronounced homogenization of what it looks like and of the aesthetic. But you know, that's no different than, you know, tie-dye being associated with hippies. I'm not sure that made complete sense, but there you go. Question 7, what is your hope for the future of BookTube? My hope for the future of BookTube is that it just keeps going, that I get to keep making content, that I can keep thinking of content that creates engagement. My favorite thing on my channel is the comment section. I love getting comments. It is rewarding to me when I make a video, you know, with a thumbnail or whatever that gets a lot of views, because then I get a lot of comments, and replying to comments and reading comments is one of my favorite things. This is probably in large part because as a man, a white man, I don't get a lot of rude comments. Certainly don't get a lot of comments about my appearance or things like that. And so I get them from time to time, but nothing I can't handle or that affects me in any way, any real way, because, you know, like I said, it's not that common. I love the comment section. I love responding to comments, and the more comments I get, the happier I am, and because the more people I get to engage with. Now, sometimes do I get snippy in replying to the comments? Yes, I absolutely do. And just while I'm on the topic, since I'm an old man and I haven't ranted, I don't think, about anything yet in this video, let me get into an old man rant about comments. You are more than welcome to come to my comment section and disagree with me about what I put in the video, or what I said about the books, or any of those things. But it is rude to come to my channel where I make videos and comment on the way I make those videos. Okay? If I'm not doing something, you know, grotesque in the video, you telling me that, you know, you didn't like the way the title of my video, or you didn't like the way I said something, or you didn't feel like you could watch because I say too often, that's rude. You are essentially telling me you're not making a substantive comment, and you're not helping me. You're just saying something that is borderline hurtful. I promise you, I watch all the videos I make. I'm well aware of how often I say the mistakes I make, how often I repeat the same words. You know, you telling me that is not helping, and it feels rude. And my general response is, you know, I look forward to these people, because oftentimes, almost always, they're people who don't make videos of their own, that I look forward to them making their own videos and showing me how it's done. Because, you know, you don't have to watch the video if you don't like something I'm doing. You know, just click away. But don't think that you should, you know, be able to come onto my channel and tell me how I'm doing it is wrong. Anyway, there you go. There is the BookTube Oldie Tag, complete with an old man rant at the end. As always, look forward to your comments in the comment section below, and thank you for watching.